Hello, everyone. My name is Angela.
And I'm Kelly.
And we are for Fiction's Sake. And we just kind of wanted to explain a little bit of what O for Fiction's Sake is and why we decided to do it. A little bit about ourselves and what you'll be seeing from us in our future episodes. Yay. So, Kelly, do you want to tell us what O for Fiction's Sake is?
I'd love to. So, O for Fiction's Sake is our new YouTube channel and podcast. We are going to be giving writing challenges to each other and to other authors following us. And we're also each going to be choosing a book that we will discuss, not critique, in pretty vivid detail.
Yeah. So, and then why we decided to do O for Fiction's Sake is because we wanted to explore our love for all things fiction.
All things fiction.
So our love for writing fiction, our love for reading fiction, and just share with the community who also loves fiction. So, Kelly, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Okay.
Okay.
So I have an educational background in literature. I've taken a lot of writing courses and a lot of creative writing courses, but I've only ever written for myself and writing groups.
Yeah.
So I am unpublished so far. And I think my biggest struggle with pursuing publication is self-doubt. So it's like my work is not original or it's not good enough, just that kind of thing in general. It's really, really easy to get really amped up about this new idea and get going on it, and it's just as easy to talk myself out of writing it. So, that's difficult, but I try and find motivation in other artists, so other authors, not just their books, but their social media platforms and their blogs and stuff like that. Music is a big inspirational point for me. It's just learning, you hear a lot of songs and stuff about the struggles they go through to pursue, their creativity and stuff like that. And then a lot of paintings and art like that.
Anything creative.
Yeah,
that evokes emotion.
Pretty much. My reading preferences are all over the map. I like to focus on the characters and the concepts of the stories rather than the genre. But if I had to pick a favorite genre, it'd be mystery, especially cozies. I love those. So if you had an episode of Murder, She Wrote and you put it into a book, that would be a cozy. It's something you can just curl up with next to the fireplace. But mostly my choices are very dark and have a lot of dark humor, which Angela's gonna love.
No.
Yeah, so, and I prefer those stories with strong female leads in them. I think those are really great, yeah. And then lately I've just been trying to diversify my shelf with minority authors and characters.
Okay.
So, Angela, tell me about you.
Okay, I would love to, Kelly. So, so my writing experience, I've just been writing since forever. And I've done quite a few writing courses, creative writing workshops. I've published a few poems, done a few blogs, but really I just write for myself and my writer group too. I think my biggest struggle that I have with my writing is, well, there's a couple things. One is I struggle with the type of writing that I do. So you think as a reader or as a writer, you're like, I'm going to write the things that I love to read about. But that's not always the case. And the things that I excel in are maybe not the things that I read about. So, which would be romance novels. I always felt like I just had, that people would judge me or, I think sometimes romance gets maybe a negative connotation, and so I was just having a really hard time accepting that about myself. I've gotten over that, but that goes to my next struggle, which is putting myself out there. And I think that is a big thing for a lot of artists is, when you put your work out there, it's vulnerable and it's hard. So
your creativity is your most naked
Yeah.
self, kind of just, and you're putting it
So,
there in front of
the world.
The world, yeah.
I find motivation, really what motivates me, inspires me to write is, it's just a need within myself to do that. I mean, I don't know. I think if you're any artist, you have that need to create. But then, I want to inspire other readers like I was inspired from authors. Books have always been my addiction. When I have struggles or if I'm stressed, that's where I go to escape and to process. And I want to be able to be that for other people too. And also my love for books. Like, I am a book addict. I probably exceeded my... Yeah, I've exceeded my Goodreads challenge.
Oh, the challenge, yeah.
Yeah, next year I'll have to do more reads. But the type of books that I read are more happy books. So this is going to be interesting between us. I like romance. I'm really into fantasy, urban fantasy right now. And I like contemporary romance. I mean, I like all sorts of books. I mean, I'll read them all, but that's kind of what I'm gravitating towards right now. But I do want to diversify as well, different writers. And I think that's what we're trying to do. We want to step outside our comfort zone with For Fiction's Sake, with our YouTube podcast and then our books. So each episode, we are going to each pick a book for each other to read. We're both going to read each book and then discuss it.
Yep. So one of the things that we really want to emphasize here is that we're here to discuss the book. We're not here to critique it.
We love all authors.
Y'all are great.
Yeah.
We're going to be you someday. So,
I am in my heart already. I'm in my heart. I'm an author already.
I am too. Yeah, definitely.
And then we're going to discuss the book and then...
Yes, and then we're going to give each other and any aspiring authors who are following us weekly writing challenges. Just to kind of give us some motivation.
Weekly or monthly?
Depends on the challenge.
Yeah, we'll just see.
We'll see. We'll let you know when we get there. And it's just to kind of inspire us to write and also to kind of get out of our comfort zone on that too. It can be very easy, I think, sometimes.
Procrastination.
To procrastinate, yes, but also to think that you have to write a certain way. Like I used to think you only had to write chronologically, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to help us too, challenging each other in that way. Yeah.
So, and then the other thing we want to do before we get off here, we introduced what we're doing and who we are, but we're also going to reveal the books for our first episode.
Yes. So we would like you guys to read along with us because as we are discussing these books, we are going to be spoiling the crap out of every part of them because we're going to be surgeons. We're going to get in there and dissect these and discuss.
So there might most likely will be spoiler alerts on our...
There's definitely going to be spoiler alerts.
Kelly, why don't you tell us the wonderful book that you're choosing for us?
I'd love to.
Okay.
So our goal is going to be to have these books physically, but we didn't think that far ahead this time. Yes. And we read the electronic versions of these books.
I did audiobook, and read. So anyway.
Well, I'm not judging, but Okay, so my pick for this week, or
this episode,
is The Lonely Hearts Hotel by Heather O'Neill. There we go. Ta-da! So I highly, highly recommend that you all get this book or borrow it from your local library. Support your libraries.
Or the authors.
Oh, yeah, that too.
So
what's yours?
Mine that I'm going to do is called Moon Called by Patricia Briggs. And it is more of an urban fantasy, and so
Isn't this part of a series?
Yes, it is part of a series,
and this is number one.
Number one. Yes. So those are the books that we are revealing to you.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! So we hope you like what we're trying to do here. Like us and share us, and
so we are on all social media too. So we are on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Goodreads.
We're building a website.
Yeah, and then we have
Probably one of
YouTube
the things we
and
don't think of.
the podcast.
And the podcast, which
Yes.
will be uploaded to iPhone podcast. I don't know what that's called. I'll figure it out. And Stitcher.
Yes. So anyway, we hope you enjoy this book review, and comment on everything that if you love the book, you hate the book. I'm sure we will tell you if we love or hate our books.
Yeah, you can look on Goodreads for our ratings.
Yes.
On each of the books that we'll be reading, and on all social media we are under O for Fiction's Sake.
Yep. O for fiction's sake.
Exclamation. X. Do we have?
No.
Oh.
But you can add it in your brain. All right, we're gonna sign off, and we hope you like it.
Bye.
Bye.